In a peaceful little village lived a young man named Rayan. He was simple, kind, and hardworking, but he held one deep belief. If I earn a lot of money, I will be the happiest man alive. Every day, Rayan watched wealthy merchants pass through his village. They wore clothes woven with gold, their fingers sparkled with jewels, and they rode majestic horses. He'd sigh and think, they have everything. If I had their wealth, I would never feel sad again. So one morning, Rayan made a life-changing decision. He left his small farm, waved goodbye to his village, and set out on a journey to find riches beyond imagination. Days turned into months, and months into years. Rayan worked endlessly trading goods, taking risks, never resting. Slowly, his life began to fill with gold, silver, and precious jewels. He became one of the richest men in the land. He built a palace grander than the village temple, had hundreds of servants, and could buy anything he wished for. But inside, something was missing. His heart still felt empty. One night, Rayan sat alone at his long, ornate dining table. Plates filled with the most delicious food were laid out before him, but not a single person sat beside him. Servants stood silently in the distance. He took a bite and sighed. Rayan thought sadly, I have money, I have power, but why do I feel so lonely? Why is my laughter empty? Why can't I buy the peace my heart seeks? One day, while traveling, Rayan heard a faint cry from the roadside. He stopped his carriage and saw a poor boy holding his sick little sister. The boy cried out, Please help. My sister needs medicine, but I have no money. Without a second thought, Rayan rushed forward. He gently lifted the weak little girl into his arms and took her to the nearest doctor. He paid for her treatment and stayed by her side for days. Finally, the little girl opened her eyes. She smiled weakly and held her brother's hand. The boy hugged Rayan tightly, tears of gratitude rolling down his cheeks. He said softly, Sir, you are like a god to us. You gave us a happiness that no gold could ever buy. In that very moment, Rayan felt something he had never felt before. His heart filled with warmth, with peace, and with a pure, shining joy. No palace, no gold, no jewel had ever made him feel this way. That night, Rayan returned to his grand, empty palace. He looked at the piles of gold around him and smiled gently. For the first time, he understood the truth. Money can buy comfort, but not love. It can buy food, but not appetite. It can buy medicine, but not health. True happiness lives in kindness, in sharing, and in bringing smiles to the faces of others. From that day forward, Rayan used his wealth differently. He built schools, fed the hungry, and helped the poor. His once silent palace now echoed with laughter, songs, and the joyful voices of children. He had finally found the greatest treasure of all, not the gold he had collected, but the happiness he had created in the hearts of others. Friends, money can buy many things, but it can never buy true happiness. Real joy is found in love, in kindness, and in the smiles we share with one another. If this story inspired you, and you want to hear more heart-touching stories like this, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Your support inspires us to bring you more beautiful stories that touch the soul. Thank you for watching.